Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I read this article's title and I wondered why. Why would Reuters publish this kind of obviously bad news for the Americans and for the Ukrainians? What could be behind these guys advertising the fact, according to Reuters, that Russia shut down 6 US-made ATACMS missiles? 6. I don't see Reuters saying allegedly, they claim in the title. Let's see in the body of the article. So here is the Reuters, is from today, April the 30th, 2024. Russia shoots down 6 US-made ATACMS missiles. Why would you advertise this? Setting aside the fact that Reuters is not an objective media outlet, however you want to call it, all right? Why would they say it like that in the title? A lot of people just read titles, headlines, and then they move on. So a person who reads the headline will remain with the impression given by Reuters, right? Has credibility, negative 3,529, that Russia destroyed 6. But let's see if the body of the article gives us some details and these guys start saying according to, they claim, and under what circumstances. Moscow, Russia said on Tuesday that its air defense systems had shot down 6 US-produced Army tactical missile systems, ATACMS, launched by Ukraine over the last 24 hours. Washington secretly shipped. It was so secret that we all knew. I don't fucking know how that is. But baboons was secret. I mean, for baboons is a secret that today is, I don't know, Monday or whatever, Tuesday, whatever it is, the 30th. It's a secret. Don't tell the baboons today is the 30th. Okay, they will not figure it out. I mean, we knew. There were articles saying that. Now I made videos on that. What I think they didn't say, I think where they lied, it was the range. They said this range, we provide them with ATACMS, this range, to fit the HIMARS. That's what they said. Those articles said, well, the missiles fit the HIMARS. So, if I remember correctly, so we knew they sent them. Now, the little details did not really have any importance in this case. What is just the range they were over there. Washington secretly shipped the long-range missiles to Kiev as part of a $300 million military package for Ukraine that U.S. President Joe Biden approved on March 12th, a U.S. official said last week. So did I approve of that? No, because our elected officials that we voted, that represent our interest, they voted for it. They decided that's the best, how we should live our lives. And then the same guys will issue warnings to you and I, if we want to travel to this country, that country, do not do it. So how in the fuck you made me safe? If you want to make an omelet, you have to break some eggs. How about your fucking eggs? You don't have any eggs. I'm talking about balls, obviously. But nevertheless, they somehow are in charge of us. Whether to send the ATACMS missiles with a range up to 300 kilometers was a subject of debate within the Biden administration for months. It wasn't. It was preparing the baboons. It took time. The decision has been made a long time ago. Mid-range ATACMS were supplied last September. This is what I'm talking about. They were sent, but we don't know if they really were sent the longer version, longer range. The Russian defense minister did not say where the missiles had been shot down. Well, if I tell you this, you're going to realize, hey, these guys have the air defenses in that area. Clear. And I'm quoting, 10 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles, 6 ATACMS tactical missiles manufactured by the United States, and 2 guided Hammer aircraft bombs manufactured by France were shot down by air defenses, the ministry said. And now the Americans and the French are trying to figure out what kind of weapons the Russians used, obviously monitoring how they were capable and how can they adjust to beat the Russian air defense systems. That's how it works. So it's a testing ground, not only a profit-making ground for at least three players in an economy: the banks, military-industrial complex, manufacturing, arms manufacturing companies, that is, and energy sector. So not only making a profit, but also we're going to make a profit by being able to design new weapons so we can sell it to the baboons, and the baboons will feel safe. Okay. Sergei Aksyonov, the Russian-backed head of Crimea, said ATACMS missiles were shot down over the peninsula, which was annexed by Russia in 2014. How was it annexed? Hey, Reuters, I tell you how it was annexed. Through the purest form of democracy, referenda. There were two referenda. One was if they are independent, and the second one was if they join Russia. The purest form. Did you notice that we are not asked, we, the citizens, we, the people, who are daily, pumped in the ass by these imbeciles with connections and by their interest, not their interest, the interest in charge of them. Did you notice we're not asked in any referendum about important stuff? Like, okay, should we just, put the military over there in this position at the southern border? Or not? No. Or we can put, some sensors over there, some automatic things. Anything that passes is going to be served. Nah, they don't put that. How about, as these guys like to say, to put it, universal health care? No. How about immigration? Legal and illegal? No. How about, sending money to countries to fight for their interest? Nah. Why is that? Because we don't live in a democratic system. We live in a pure democratic system. Emil, you can't do that. We will be voting every day if we would have a direct democracy. Bullshit. We don't have to vote, all of us, in how tall the grass should be cut. That's garbage, okay? Not on that one. Or I don't know how many helmets do I need to wear when I'm riding a bike like a pussified American, or if I need elbow pads or pussy pads when I'm driving a car, besides the imbecilic seatbelt, that somehow I'm supposed to do it as a free person. Why? We care for you and your safety, and the insurance companies don't want to pay out. Why? Because it's a racket. You have to have an insurance, and they just wait for you. Give me the money, and when they are about to give you the money back, well, how about, you see this little fine print over here, the asterisk? Well, you fucked up that little policy, so no, you violated that one, I don't know. Anyway, you held your hand on the cock when the accident occurred, so you can't have that. It's right there. So, you see, we need to vote on important stuff, but those important stuff are not put for us to vote. No, they were not. But those guys did it in Crimea. So that's how Crimea was acquired, annexed. Now, if, I'm just saying, you have, let's say, the majority Mexican population in a few states in the United States of America, let's say they claim, okay, we need self-determination, Article 1 of United Nations Charter, blah, 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 beep, beep, beep. And according to a precedent that was in, let's say, Kosovo, we would like to have this state or this area, this region, these counties as sovereign, or I don't know, a little bit more independence than the other ones, or a little bit of autonomy first, and then independence, and then, I don't know, maybe join Mexico. Why not? Freedom, the will of the people, democracy. All right, they did it in other countries. So again, when they tell me about Crimea, okay, if that was illegal, but the guys in Kosovo was legal, then what makes these guys claim? Like, let's say we have an enclave of Romanians born, I don't know, in 3 cities, let's say Detroit and Cleveland and another, let's say Chicago, and we're saying, okay, we're going to vote. If we have this percentage, we have the right of self-determination. Can we do that? No. Or maybe these imbeciles will make it legal in the future. So wake up, Americans. So, okay, let's move on with the annexed by Russia thing. He posted on Telegram a photo showing what he described as undetonated submunitions of ATACMS missiles without specifying how many missiles had been shot down. But someone said here there were 6, 10 right here. Okay, so why would they give us this information? I mean, I'm talking about Reuters in such a title, like that's a fact, clear right there. No may, could, possibly, they say, allegedly, or anything like that, reportedly. I think they want to make the baboons feel safe, saying, oh, it's okay if we send ATACMS. The Russians can shoot them down. They're not that dangerous, actually. And tell the rest of the world, oh, it's not a big deal, man. These Russians are just, are overreacting that we're going to send ATACMS. And if we're going to blow up the Crimean bridge, which I'm assuming that's in the works as we speak, and I say, well, no, we can't do that. It was not with an ATACMS missile. Even though the Americans, if I remember correctly, they gave a green light to the guys they are handling in Ukraine to attack the Crimean Peninsula with ATACMS. What's in Crimean Peninsula? Well, the Crimean Bridge. Let me show you a map so we have a little visual of what's to happen. So Crimean Peninsula is right here in the south, Black Sea. This is Kerch Bridge. Now, the ATACMS, they can reach from here easily over there. That's not 300 kilometers. They can easily hit over there. They hit Zankoy, they hit in this area with ease with storm shadows. Not with, and storm shadows are to 180 kilometers, if I remember, 180 kilometers. 180 kilometers here, from here, 300 Kerch clear right there. And that's gonna happen, unfortunately. Not that I root for the Russians. Yeah, well, it's imbecilic. Why? Because if you plan, let's say someone takes over your territory. Okay, maybe like this. So let's say if someone takes over your territory, illegally invades it, and then they build, I don't know, 3 hydroelectric power plants, a few dams and all that. And then you say, well, I'm going to take my land back. Do I destroy those things so I can rebuild them? You can say, well, in the effort of doing this, we need to. You think that Kerch Bridge is so strategically important for the Russians in this war? I don't think so. It is helpful, but as a construction, you didn't build one, motherfuckers. When was the last time the Americans built a bridge like that? 1954? Mackinac Bridge or something? Really? I mean, I think it's the longest bridge in Europe. Where are the industrialized countries in Europe? I mean, please, 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 as James Brown's song, please, please, please. Anyway, here it is, my friends. I think it's just to make it calm people down. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I think it's a big deal. It would have been a big deal for me if they sent to my enemy condoms. Maybe condoms, no, because that means they will not procreate. That means there will be less of them. Bullets, okay? Or anything else. Juveniles. That was the first one. I would say that, fuck you up. I will send some missiles. You send me, that's war. That's it. That's it. And then we're going to escalate to anything I got. No, bring it on, motherfucker. What do you think the West would have done? Thank you very much for being the West. The guys in charge of the West. And there was another politicians. There are the interest behind the politicians. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.